going down to the river to film our Amazing Race trailer video. I'm a little nervous. We'll see how it goes.
Let's do one without any script, and then you can always decide.
We'll just try it, and then maybe we cut the video off after like our little intro. All right, we're on.
Okay.
Hi, this is our application video for the Amazing Race. I'm Bobby J.
And I'm Jamie. I'm his older sister. We're about 4.5 years apart. I live here. We both grew up here in Williamsburg, Virginia, and I still live here, but Bob lives...
I live out in Colorado, and I've been out there about 9 years. So you'll see we don't have much scripted here, but we did put together a few questions so we could get a little back and forth going.
Wait, we didn't talk about... I teach high school.
Right, sorry.
I teach high school, U.S. history and sociology, and I have taken high school students on trips to 4 trips to Europe and 1 trip to Costa Rica. And so I feel like if I can lead a group of 18 to 30 high school girls on a trip, then that qualifies me to travel under various circumstances.
Sure. And I do environmental protection work. I'm a consultant to the EPA, do a lot of water quality work, and on the side I weave banana hammocks. But we can talk about that later.
I don't think I included that question anymore.
Okay, that's all right. Banana hammock, a literal banana hammock. Picture your bananas, your apples, your clementines swinging freely underneath of the cabinet, enjoying the nice kitchen breeze.
Alright. I forgot to mention that in addition to traveling, leading a whole bunch of high school students, and I've gone on trips with a friend of mine, that I've also traveled a bunch by myself. So I've gone on trips to like Vancouver and Seattle and Portland and Boston and Rhode Island. And so when you travel by yourself, you have to be resourceful and figure things out yourself and talk to people. And so I think all of that would be helpful in the race too. That was it.
Roger.
So, Jamie,
Yes.
one of the questions I have is, how do you think that we would complement each other as teammates on the Amazing Race?
Well, I think that we would complement each other because you would be willing to talk to pretty much anybody, whereas I don't always want to do that. And I pay a lot of attention to detail, which maybe you do too, but...
Not always.
Okay, so I'll pay attention to detail, and you can interact with people. You can also drive stick shift, drive backwards.
I am very good at reverse.
And I think both of us would just have a lot of fun doing it.
Okay. I enjoy being put on the edge a little bit, but I can also be a little bit impulsive, which is where I think you could help me. Like, I had a moment of panic in the car about 5 minutes ago when I thought that I left my Amazing Race questions at home. So I think that you would really help me make sure that I had that stuff in order.
Okay.
I've been to 5 continents, but I've never made
Not
it to
Europe.
Yep, haven't been to Europe
I
yet.
think you
Haven't
should go
been
to Europe
Australia.
last, because that's funny.
Yeah, Jamie really wants me to save Europe for last. Unless I'm wrong, we've never been outside of the United States together. Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah. So that would be fun to go outside of the U.S. together.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to go to any place that's new, I think. So if we went to Australia, I would be really, really excited because I've wanted to go there for a long time. I wanted to study abroad there in college. I didn't do it. And if I went, then I would also still keep my Europe out there.
That would be 6, right?
Yeah.
I was going to say New Zealand for me.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
What kind of task would most scare you or would you most dread having to do on the Amazing Race?
I don't know. I've thought about this one a little bit recently. So I've got a little 6-month-old boy at home, and I've always wanted to skydive. However, now I'm like a little, like those crazy things like jumping out of an airplane now that I have a little infant seems a little scarier to me. So I would probably say that at this moment.
But I will only skydive or bungee jump as part of the Amazing Race. No other circumstances.
Yeah.
To be scared to do any of the ones where you have to memorize complex dance moves.
Okay.
It wouldn't be life-threatening, but I don't think I'd be very good at it.
Nerve-wracking.
Yeah. Harry Potter, James Bond, or Superman? Who do you want as your race partner?
Oh.
And why? Harry Potter, James Bond, Superman.
I'm gonna say not Bond. And my initial instinct was Superman because I really like Superman, and I had a thing about Superman growing up. However, I feel like Harry Potter, I'm assuming he could use magic, so he seems more versatile and could apply his trade in many, many situations. So I would go with Harry.
I guess I don't know if the race has anti-magic rules or...
What's the best and worst part about traveling to you?
I think the worst part is just getting there. I don't really enjoy plane rides. I'm not afraid of flying, but I don't know. It was more fun when you were a kid.
Yeah.
So I guess just the getting there, and then the best part about traveling is just seeing new things. I actually do like trying the new foods and places, just not half-formed ducks.
Yeah, for sure. I would say for me, just standing in line, at least domestic travel, there's so much line standing now, it's infuriating. Best part is just getting out of your routine and seeing something different, and, like reminding yourself, be a reminder that there are completely different ways of life in different areas of the world. It's pretty awesome.
That's good. Do you remember on our cross-country, 2/3 of the way cross-country trip when we drove you out to Colorado and you got in a really foul mood?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And you wouldn't, I don't know, you weren't hungry, you weren't tired, I hadn't done anything specific, but we stopped at a place and you just talked to a guy and then you were in a better mood.
Yes.
So
we
all
are very.
you needed to do was talk to a person.
Yeah. The introvert and extrovert is. We have that going on.
What would be your biggest concern for your performance on the race?
Part of my concern is long memorization tasks. That kind of scares me. And also, I have a tendency to turn into a small child when I get hungry and dehydrated. So I am a little concerned. My wife brings around snacks for me when we go shopping for things and stuff. So that's a real concern for my performance.
Maybe that's what their backpacks are full of on the race.
Yeah, maybe.
It's just granola bars.
Growing up, was I A big pain in the butt, B, a mild nuisance, or C, a righteous little brother?
B and a half.
B and a half. I'll take.
Do you have a vivid memory from childhood with the both of us in it?
Whether it's a true memory or recounted stories, I remember you throwing me off of a pull-out sofa or a bed or something and breaking my knee.
Who would have recounted it to you that way?
I don't know.
It
Maybe
was
it's
your
not
mattress, which was on the floor because you couldn't sleep in your bed because you fall out of bed. It would just be this like ka-chunk during the night. It was you falling onto the floor. So it was your mattress on the floor, and we were playing together nicely and happily and jumping onto the mattress. And you jumped onto it, and then I jumped onto you.
And you sprained my knee.
And I sprained your knee.
Which I still have problems with.
No, you don't. You were like 3. You had this giant soft cast on your leg, but I'm pretty sure I lied to Mom and Dad and told them I didn't do it.
Nice.
But I landed on it, that's all. We were happily playing together, though.
Okay. So those are all our questions. So that's us, or those are some answers to some questions that we did. Hopefully you got a little glimpse of how we interact and who we are. I don't know.
I think they'd really benefit from having some redheads on the show.
Yes, more redheads. Yeah. That would be great. And I'm not too much of a redhead, but I've got a massive red beard. So
Close enough.
We'll go with that. And we'll leave it up to you for what tagline you assign us. So hope to see you on the Amazing Race.
All right, add one more thing.
All right, I forgot to add this one thing. It was a question to ask myself, which was, what's the best compliment you've been given before? And to me, the best compliment I've been given was from my buddy Gore, who once told me that if he had to choose one person to be locked in a room with nothing else in it, that I would be the one he would choose, because somehow we would find some way to have some sort of fun. And
I thought you were going to say find a way to get out of the room.
No, just have some fun in a locked room, you know? So, I don't know. Maybe that fits in the video, but I like to have fun. That's why I'm here.
Okay.